Employers need to ensure that the prevention of abusive conduct is included in their anti-harassment training. It may surprise you to learn that workplace bullying isn't actually illegal, although legislation has been proposed in 25 states. Almost all states and local lawmakers have taken action to prevent bullying in general. As you can see by this map, only 8 states have no bullying law at this time. With that said, regardless of the law, most organizations have anti-bullying policies. Bullying at work is defined as conduct in the workplace that a reasonable person would find hostile, offensive, and unrelated to an employer's legitimate business interests, including repeated infliction of verbal abuse, such as the use of derogatory remarks, insults, and epithets, verbal or physical conduct that a reasonable person would find threatening, intimidating, or humiliating, the gratuitous sabotage or undermining of a person's work performance. Sometimes employees feel that they are being picked on by their supervisor because their supervisor has explained to them that their work is not up to standard or that they need to start coming to work on time. That is not bullying. The way they say it might be bullying. So let's consider the following hypothetical example. A group of managers are in a team meeting where each person is supposed to present to a group of colleagues. When one manager is talking, the other one is pacing behind, making faces and weird noises. The hands are gesturing and fingers pointing. The manager pacing also repeatedly interrupts the colleague, either with snide comments, jokes, and insults. Is this bullying? To answer that, let's take a look at a few questions. Would a reasonable person find this conduct to be hostile, offensive, unrelated to the employer's legitimate business interest? Is this verbal or physical conduct that a reasonable person would find threatening, intimidating, or humiliating? Absolutely. All right, let's take another look at a different kind of hypothetical example of bullying. Jason is a new employee and having difficulty learning the office protocols. He asks his supervisor, Ming, for assistance. In a loud, sarcastic voice, audible throughout the open workstation area, Ming tells Jason, "I've showed you how to do this simple 3-simple-step procedure over and over. You should have been paying attention. I won't show you again." So here are a few multiple choice options similar to what you will see on the test at the end of this presentation. What do you think the best answer is? Jason consuming for abusive conduct? Jason should have paid better attention earlier? Ming's conduct exposes the company to liability for unlawful discrimination? Ming's actions constitute abusive workplace conduct and should be disciplined for a violation of workplace behavior policies. If you said Ming's actions constitute abusive workplace conduct and should be disciplined for a violation of workplace behavior policies, you are correct. Bullying isn't just about school kids or athletes. It's rampant in many workplaces, no matter the industry. According to the Bellingham, Washington-based Workplace Bullying Institute, 1/3 of people surveyed say they've been bullied on the job. Half of the organizations surveyed by the Society for Human Resources Management, SHRM, reported incidents of bullying in their workplaces. And it's not usually coming from the boss. 82% of workplace bullying incidents were peer-to-peer. And yes, bullying occurs online, such as Facebook or other social media. This kind of bullying accounted for about 1 in 5 incidents, according to the SHRM survey. Bullying takes many shapes and forms. It might be verbal abuse from a coworker, such as swearing and intimidation, snide comments, or unrelenting teasing. It could be someone taking credit for your work or trying to make you look incompetent. If it is the boss who's the problem, bullying can mean shouting, constant criticism, the creation of impossible expectations, and the shifting of those expectations at the last minute to set you up to fail. Here are 5 moves you can make to handle a tough situation at work. First, size up the situation. It's never okay to be bullied, but there may be some things that you can do to get the bully off your back. Ask yourself honestly if your work is truly excellent or at least satisfactory. Do you have a positive attitude at work and a disposition that is conducive to a positive workplace culture? Being able to answer yes will be a huge help if you go public with a complaint. Then document. Write down what's happening, time, dates, locations. Detail specific behavior and give an explanation of what started it and your recommendations for how it would have been better handled. If and only if you feel confident and physically secure, have a one-on-one talk with the bully. Be positive and do your best to be polite. Calmly explain that it's not okay to treat you this way and be specific. It's possible the person is unaware that what he or she is doing is upsetting you and will apologize and back off. You'll need some backbone here, but it's not in your job description to accept rude behavior or irrational work demands. Bullies can be tenacious and unreasonable, so you may need to talk with senior management. Your first line of defense is to talk to your manager, assuming they're not the bully. You may also go to human resources. Many employers are well aware that workplace bullying can put a damper on morale and raise employee turnover. Both of these repercussions can increase costs and hurt profits. Little wonder that though bullying isn't illegal, the SHRM survey found that 43% of employers had some kind of policy against bullying. If you believe that you are being bullied because of your age, sex, national origin, race, disability, or any of the protected categories that we have discussed earlier in this presentation, and there has been no corrective action, or if you are retaliated against, it may be time to follow the steps mentioned in this presentation about filing a complaint with the DFEH or the EEOC. Summing it up, too many workers suffer through bullying. The unpleasant truth is that many employees who get caught in a bullying scenario wind up moving to another department within the organization or leaving altogether. Ignoring or not taking measures to prevent abusive conduct can be very costly to the organization. Employers who allow abusive conduct may risk losing top talent. Ensure that your work environment promotes a respectful workplace.